Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. With me here is my co-host, Fashionably Amy. Hi, everybody. We see the comments coming in. So anyway, if you're new to this live stream, we do this every single week, alternatively on our channel. So this week's on my channel and next week's going to be on Amy's channel. So make sure you subscribe to both of us. And we are also on Clubhouse. So I see we have Hannah joining us as well. So Hannah, you're on Clubhouse. We are going to share some slides, but we'll, as much as we can, we'll talk you through it as well. Yeah. So if you are outside, you can't access the YouTube, you can always join us on Clubhouse as well. So yes, we see the comments coming in. We have a topic today, and we're not sure if you saw our little
thumbnail,
and we're calling it obsolete luxury items. So it's a little bit clickbaity, but really, we've picked some things that we think may not be as sought after because of many reasons, and we'll take you through the reasons as we go through the slides. Some of it could be just, changes in people's lifestyles because of the pandemic, but some of them could be external factors. They just slowly faded away. There are some things that, olden days, like who uses wheel anymore, right? So that kind of stuff. So we are going to show you some slides. Just give me a second. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. I kind of like it because it's really bright, So obsolete items. All right. I'm going to let Amy start first.
Okay, well, thank you, Kat. And like we said in our sort of a disclaimer, but it's all in the fun, right? We're just here to talk. We're just here to have a discussion. There's no right or wrong. Honestly, if you own these items, it's fine. And like Kat said earlier, some of the reasons why we put these in the slides is because of the current situation. So I am presenting you at first here on the first slide, Stilettos. So really high heel shoes. They are beautiful. They are so sexy when you wear them, and they're very dressy. However, we are putting these on the obsolete category because in the pandemic, we cannot go out, right? During the lockdown, we cannot go out. I know some of you are in countries that is doing a much better and you're able to go out and socialize and everything. But yet, even then, I feel like, you're still being careful, right? You still have to wear a mask. You still have to not touch everything. There's not really that many parties to go to anymore. And even if there are, I'm sure you want to be able to just quickly run out and come home type of thing. You know what I mean? Even if you were to meet up with someone or gather in small groups. Here, we're not even allowed to gather. So that's why stilettos, for the moment, high heels for the moment are obsolete. Instead, let us give you options that we feel are more relevant now. Well, of course, a lot of it because of the pandemic, but because these are such comfortable shoes, comfortable alternatives. So we have on the right side your sneakers. So I think any sort of comfortable shoes that can still be dressed up is a good option. And if you want to be a bit more dressy, go to the middle where you have those kitten heels or those, I guess in this case, they're the Bottega. They call them loafers, but I call them kitten heels, basically. It's just any simple kitten heels that you can still sort of run a little bit if you need to. Or just moccasins in general, loafers in general. I feel like these are really great options. Yeah, I feel like they're just more relevant now. There's no
other. True. No, yeah, that's true. I haven't worn, I used to be high heels all the time, super, give me 3 inches and above in my younger days, and I'll go partying in them and dancing and just clubbing. But now, honestly, anything that has a little bit of heel, I'm like, no, that's not going to work anymore. That's not going to work. So I think also as we grow older, we just make different choices. And therefore, with the pandemic, there are a lot of styles that are just more relaxed, different, it doesn't have to be sky high anymore. So yeah.
Exactly. I feel like for myself, I still like a heel, but I don't go over 5 centimeter. 5 centimeter is the absolute maximum, and it's a comfortable height where I can still walk fast. I don't run anymore anyway, so I can still walk fast. So, and they're comfortable. It won't break my ankles and my toes when I come home. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, and they still give you a little bit of height. So, yeah, for me, the middle is my favorite. Loafers, I'm gonna give them a try. I don't own loafers yet. I haven't found ones that are super, super comfortable. Yeah, anyway, and the common projects I actually own. I love the common projects.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Up next. Oh my gosh, I feel like this one we're gonna get killed for it.
But hear us out. Hear us out.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So presenting you our next slide are suit jackets and trousers. So more like the coordinated set. So hear us out. So basically, I feel like a more sort of serious or business type suits, or even on the right side, you have this very funky Balmain runway coordinated set. I just feel like they're not as relevant right now, because we all work from home. I think a lot of us work from home since the pandemic started. And I think unless you have a very specific niche of career where you still have to wear a suit. So I know a lot of, let's say, real estate agents, even though they might work from a camera angle, because I know a lot of them, they do virtual meetings now. So they still have to wear a suit. But aside from that, I feel like everybody else is just working from home, and they just can be, I mean, they could still maybe wear their jacket, but not the whole suit. You don't really need the whole ensemble, and it's not as serious. I feel instead of these, a more relevant, at least for now, option are just a more casual but still professional, or just very comfortable so that you can lounge all day type of wear, like without being too sloppy. So you have your casual smart, you can still have some sort of jacket, you can still wear trousers, but like they're kind of more versatile and kind of more what's the best word, not so serious. I don't know how else to say it. Yes,
relax.
That's right. And in the middle, I have right here your, typical cashmere lounging wear. It doesn't have to be super long like this one, but just stuff that's, still can be put together. You can still have a very nice sort of cashmere sweater or turtleneck. I guess you could still wear your blazers on top if you need to be on like a virtual meeting or whatnot, but like just more relaxed, exactly, more relaxed and more, so that when you're not in front of the camera, you can still just take off your jacket and start working and be comfortable. And last, I feel like sweatshirts are so relevant now. I feel like on Instagram, all I see is people in their sweatshirt coordinated. They have their matching sweatpants and matching. It can still look really cool, actually. And you can dress it up to a certain extent. So definitely a lot of it has to do with the pandemic starting and a lot of us staying home. So we need comfort versus the more serious kind of very structured workwear. What do you think, Kat?
I totally agree. And I think the pandemic, actually even before the pandemic, with the new way of working, like people are more startup, like, they're small businesses. And even before that, like pandemic happened, but, I would see entrepreneurs be more in a casual, smart casual, they will have a blazer on, but the rest of their whole suit would be like jeans with a really nice shirt. Nobody really wears like the full, with the vest and shirt and pants, unless, like you said, very specific career, like maybe you're in a private equity or you're in front of public, as in like you're doing some media thing. So, but I would say majority, 80%, there was a shift in a certain style. And then the pandemic happened, like,
Yeah.
honestly, wow, who's gonna wear a full suit at home? And even after like now, like everything is coming back. Like in Singapore, 75% of us are going back. However, we're still working on a hybrid model, right? So it's still partially formal, but not really as well. So I think it's going to be a long time before the majority of us get back into the whole full suit, unless our careers need it.
Exactly. It's I guess it's a little unfortunate if you love your suits. I saw one comment by Kay and he said, I cannot, or he or she says, I cannot wait to get back into the suits. Um, I hear you. Honestly, I
Yeah.
love a good ensemble. I love a good matching set, but I bought some last year and I haven't even worn them yet. I just feel so bad, you know. But it's because of the pandemic. So it's partially because of that. Let's see. Let's hope that we all get herd immunity so we can get back to normal. But anyway, until then. Okay, up next we have here presenting to you, I feel like belts in general are kind of obsolete. I mean, okay, hear me out. The thing is, if you're not going to wear your suits anymore, do you really need your belt to cinch in your outfit anymore? Like, we just all want comfort. I'm not saying that you just have to stop buying belts altogether, because I personally just bought 2 Chanel belts recently, so it's kind of crazy for me to say that. But I haven't worn them yet because I'm staying home all the time. So I kind of have to force myself to wear my belts. And I mean, it has to go with my outfit though. Like if my outfit doesn't need it, then I can't, right? So I almost have to like wear a certain outfit to wear my belts, which is why for the moment, and this is temporary, belts are kind of less relevant. In fact, instead of belt, other accessories that I feel are more relevant is like more relaxed things such as a cap. I just bought one from Hermes. I love it. I feel like this is an all-time, all the time good idea, because whenever you have messy hair and you don't want to deal with it, just buy yourself a designer hat, put it on, and you're out the door. Seriously, it's so good. So this is just an example, honestly. Yeah, what do you think, Kat? Like,
I
do you?
think so.
I know you don't buy belts anyway.
I don't buy belts anyway. Yeah. So for me, it's like it's never relevant. But I think if I ever need a belt, so I'm going to go back to your slide. So what kind of belts I would buy? I would buy very basic belts just to get the job done. So
Yeah.
I won't go for like elaborate belts where the belts were part of a huge accessory. Just for now. I think when this trend, when the trend picks up again, which I will talk later in one of my slides. Right now everybody is just more relaxed. They want to also be not so what is the word, like out there in a way, because of
it's
everything
not such
that's
a
happening.
statement.
Yeah, they don't want to be such a statement, right?
Yeah.
So big belts with the the logos like half the size of your face with pockets and all that. So that is very statement, and that kind of belt I also feel will be just kept for a while, so temporarily obsolete until everything is really more settled, and then it might pick up again. But for now, I just don't see the trend of like if I were to check some luxury houses financials and say, how's your belt doing? I'm pretty sure it's quite stagnant.
Unfortunately, mine are, which is why I stopped myself from buying this Kelly pocket belt, because I even sent this to Kat. I think it was like a month ago. I sent it to her. I'm like, oh, I want this. It's so cool. But then after chatting for a while and then realizing that I haven't even worn my other 2 belts from Chanel that I bought, I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't need it now. Like, I'll buy it one day, but just not now. I'll buy stuff that I can wear now instead. Even at home, like, you can still wear your luxury stuff at home. It's just that, do you really need a belt at home? Probably not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so it's my turn. Thank you, Amy. All right, so as you can see, there is an array of large wallets here. So this is slightly off the pandemic trend. Now, this I actually strongly feel that slowly, large wallets, very big wallets, are being phased out. And pandemic definitely kicked up a lot of things, because with the pandemic, a lot of people started to do digital, like a lot of digital payments, online payments. It just ramped up so fast that honestly, for me personally, I haven't used my wallet for months. Like I have a small little, which will next slide, but other than that, I haven't taken out the wallet that I recently purchased. Well, not recent, that's like 2 years ago, but I purchased from Coach, which I thought was great because it one side kept, my Malaysian ringgit, another side kept my Singapore ringgit. And I thought, oh, wow, such a great, because I could keep all my cards. But, I haven't even seen it. I don't even know where it is for easily a year and a half, because I just haven't taken it out. I feel that technology amplified with the pandemic is slowly phasing large wallets out. So don't hate us, okay, if you have a large wallet. And disclaimer, I think this also applies to very developed countries. Like I know there are some countries where cash is still very, very relevant. But in countries where digital payments are just number one, is nobody carries a large wallet anymore. Like you don't even think of buying a large wallet. Maybe you will need a large wallet for like traveling, where places there are cash. But who carries so much cash around anyway? I just, so okay, coming to that. So what is relevant? Like what is the new wallet, right? It's card holders. Card holders, smaller wallets, tinier, compact, compact wallets, really, really compact, that might hold just one or two essentials, maybe cards that you take along for emergency, maybe your ID, things like that. Those to me are going to take over the large wallets. And like I said, I don't even carry a wallet. I just carry a little card holder, and I'm fine. What about you, Amy?
I completely agree with card holders being the next type of wallets that most people will switch to. I myself have switched to a card holder for years now, and it's just that, like Kat said, like it's the pandemic plus the fact of technology is definitely moving the larger wallets towards a more obsolete direction. I do still believe that some people will use larger wallets, because I think even though Kat and I don't use cash, I know there are people that actually bring a lot of cash out. Like my mom is one of them. So I know for her, she'll always use her big wallet. But aside from maybe people like my mom or
my mom too, but
yeah, exactly. So I know there's still a market there, but I think the majority of maybe the people who's more into technology and who can just get away with their phones. For sure myself, I still need my card holder because I still use my my actual card. I still prefer that. And not all the merchants here in Canada have the system for you to just pay by your electronic device. So I will still probably use my card holder for a long time, but even card holders are going to eventually phase out. So it's just a matter of, I guess, your own habit. So if you're like my mom, you still use a big wallet. But other than that, the technology and everything will all kind of move towards almost using nothing.
Yeah, your phone will have everything.
Yeah,
phone will
for sure.
be the key to everything. Because, I mean, just in the last year, from myself personally, I was carrying a wallet, right? I was carrying my Coach wallet. I had cards, I had cash. And in just 1 year, I have totally don't even know where that wallet is. I use everything on my phone. I pay with all kinds of apps for food. I have a little card holder, but that's just because I need my credit card for certain purchases. But otherwise, I pay everything through my phone. And before this, I did nothing on my phone. Now it's like, oh, do you have Fave? Do you have Grab? Do you have this? Like, okay, cool. It's so convenient. So yeah, technology is really transforming certain of our SLGs. But like you said, our moms, because my mom still has this huge wallet, takes up half her handbag and weighs a ton. And every time I go to her, I say, why do you have this large thing in your bag? But it's a miracle little wallet because it has everything inside.
Everything.
It's got plasters, it's got rubber bands, it's got hair ties.
And honestly, every time I don't have cash and the merchant doesn't take cards, my mom's always there to help me. Well, whenever she visits, not all the time, but like whenever she's here, and usually when she's here, that's when we drive, like we go out more, because like I try to take her to different places, you know, especially for eating. Like she loves the food here. And you know, usually when you go to little mom and pop shops, they don't take credit card. They don't even take debit card. They just want cash. So in those cases, yeah, money is still very relevant.
Then you need your large wallet.
Yeah, but with no traveling, I think that's also one of the big reasons. With no traveling, you don't need another currency, right? And you're not traveling, so you're not even buying that much food. And when you do nowadays, we're trying, like I think all the restaurants are trying to avoid having to take a physical bill from you. They want just everything clean, no virus, nothing, just a credit card. So just tap it. So the direction is still moving towards that, but yeah, there are different circumstances, like there are different reasons, but there's still a small percentage of people that will always use a wallet, I'm sure.
Okay, this one. Now I mean, I have two of my watches here. So I've got my Cartier, I've got my JUC with me, my J10 with me. So this are luxury watches. They are gonna be like obsolete. Like, how should I frame this? It's a transformation. Like if you have a Rolex, of course, if the luxury watch lovers out there will say, "What, are you crazy? This will never go obsolete." I think for the generation that loves watches, of course, it will never go obsolete, right? But it's becoming less and less useful as a watch than just a statement piece and a status, like, oh, I have a Rolex. You know, it's becoming even just that already. You know, there's really no function in it, because it's just a watch, it's just a jewelry piece, and that's fine. Now, what is going to be taking over? It's, again, I feel like technology, and even the luxury houses know it, which is why a lot of their watches, I mean, they're still very high price, but they are transforming. They're going into the technology side, because they need to incorporate technology, which everyone is, you know, into their watches. So to make that, you know, relevant, expensive, luxury feel in a technology watch. So this is, it's sort of like a maybe generational obsolete. I don't think the younger generation, maybe the ones like maybe my niece and nephew, would say, why do I want to buy a watch? Why pay 30,000-40,000 for a watch? Because it doesn't have technology. It's not embedded with it. So they would rather maybe spend a good amount for a good watch that has technology in it. So for us, maybe we still will buy a luxury watch as a jewelry and accessory. But I do see there's this shift, this eventual shift. It's going to take a long time, right? Because, you know, luxury watches is a totally different market. But there will be some element that people will just say, you know, forget it. It doesn't have my Apple. It is not connected. You know, who's going to wear like 4 watches, right? Once you have your Apple Watch, which is why I'm like struggling, because I know once I get my Apple Watch, I feel like it's going to be a challenge for me to swap between something that's so functional, so useful for my day-to-day, to just a jewelry piece which takes up like a chunk of my wrist. What do you think?
Absolutely. So I don't buy watches already, and I don't have an Apple Watch. I just don't even wear one because I just rely on my phone. But I can tell you, my husband, for example, he loves his Rolex for the better part of our relationship. I've always seen him with it. I always loved his arm with his watch on it because it's just so nice, and I really appreciate the luxury of it. But ever since he bought his Apple Watch, which I think was how many years now? Maybe 2 or 3 years. I have not seen him wear his Rolex, because he used to wear his Rolex all the time. He would even shower with it. Yeah. I was so shocked at first because I was like, oh, you're still wearing your watch. She's like, yeah, it's okay. It's waterproof. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like that good. It's kind of like your fine jewelry. I feel like the luxury watches will kind of not really be a functional item, but more as an accessory. If you're still gonna buy them, you're actually gonna wear them as a jewelry piece almost.
Exactly.
It's becoming a statement piece on you versus an actual functional piece. And as for myself, like I said, I don't buy watches anymore because you know what? The last watch that I have from Swarovski, I changed the battery on it twice and I still have not worn it and it's died again already. So this is just how obsolete it has become. It's mostly because of technology. Because ever since my smartphone, I just don't even need a watch anymore. So I have to agree with even more so with the fact that if you're going to invest into an Apple Watch or some sort of digital watch, that you're really not going to wear your regular watches. I mean, it's going to be hard. You're going to have two arms, one with your luxury watch, one with your digital.
So which is why, because like you're supposed to wear your Apple Watch all the time, right? Because it's picking data for your health and all. Okay, that's one. But let's say when digital payments right through your watch is there, like why would I not wear that watch which is helping me and then wear my luxury watch as an accessory? It's going to be a tough, it's just going to be tough. So I think, eventually, which is what you said, right? All these luxury watches, it's just going to be a temporary accessory. Like you go out for a fancy dinner, you say, okay, fine, I don't want to wear my, I don't want to be such a nerd with my watch. I will wear my luxury watch. But that's going to be just that, rare occasion or, So anyway, if you have a luxury watch, if we have luxury watches, we'll still wear them. But there will be this generation, like sort of like the larger wallets, that eventually they will just sort of phase into a different role. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed this. Oh, we had one more. Yeah, I forgot about this one. Okay. Oh, this one. Okay, how shall I put this?
If you look at last.
Yeah, we left the best for last. Okay, so this one is, it's a collage of many things that when you look at it, it just is a very statement sort of luxury. So loud colors, big words, very, very odd fashion that just, it stands out, right? These are just statement luxury items, whether they're the, really colorful ones, bigger logos. Then you got this Gucci one, which is, what do you call this? This is like logo mania. This is not logo mania. This is what do you call this? Like the word. It's not coming to me. They have this like words on your bags and all. Like I think Dior had some of those shirts that had a lot of words on it. So
yeah, it's like I don't know. I actually don't know. Is it a statement word? I don't know.
Okay, it comes to me. I'll say it out. So this, I think it's the pandemic. Like a lot of people are shifting away because logo mania and all these large release statement items were at its peak, in 2019. Everyone was carrying some really statement item. And it was fine, right? Because, it was a good time and, we wanted to stand out, etc. But then the pandemic happened and everybody's just like, let's not just carry, maybe we don't want to carry the loud bags out, for whatever reason. So I would say this is like temporarily obsolete for the foreseeable future. And what is coming into, what are people picking up now? People are picking up more subtle. There's still larger logos like the Empreinte Neverfull, still maybe larger, but they're still subtle, Or they're taking things that are, they have that luxury hidden somewhere. So if you see the shirt on the top, that's actually from Hermes. So that you don't really know. You're like, oh, that's kind of cute. It's got robots and all, or these kind of dad loafers or collaborations that don't really shout out. Look at me, look at my bag, look at my shoes, look at my shirt. look at this non-fake logo mania. So this is something that I feel is really picking up now and will pick up for the foreseeable future until people are like, okay, you know what, I need to stand out. And then the other trend will probably come back. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like the very loud logos and the very the word that you were trying to say with the, just like the statements, and it's definitely trendy even before the pandemic. So it just came and went, in my opinion. And especially with the pandemic, people are just trying to be more low key. They just want
Exactly.
comfort. They just want something that will last forever as well. And I feel like it's more classic. And even if you want some sort of logo, like in small amount, in a tasteful amount, is much more acceptable, it seems, especially for during the pandemic. I don't know. I mean, you do you. Like I said, this is just for the fun. We're just having a discussion here. But
Yeah.
even like, I look at all these items on this slide. I don't mind buying any of these. I mean, I already own the Birkenstocks. I have the silver. I have the one with all silver, and it's, it still makes a statement because it's so silver, but it's not so in your face that you're like, oh my gosh, all I see is that. The Never Full, even though it has those big LV logo and the fleur de lis on it, it's still very subtle because it just blends in more.
Yeah, and I also think because like a lot of people are very mindful with what they spend on, especially now. So
Mhm.
these are everlasting, right? You can wear them for a very long, or maybe even forever, as long as they last. But if
Yeah.
I go back to this is hard to keep up with the times, right?
Yeah.
It's the kind of bag that maybe at a point in time where everybody is just flamboyant, then you wear it. Then when the times go down, maybe it's a bit more quiet, you have to probably put this in the back cupboard for a while, right? I mean, you do you, right? You do you, but it's just that it's not something that I can see would be very long lasting. So anyway, if any of you have these, just we're just having a chat. So okay, let's get into the live Q&A. Do start your questions with a bunch of question marks, and then we'll pull it to the front of the screen. So let me just shift back.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, you're like, we hate you.
No,
Obsolete.
actually, I'm like kind of looking through the discussion while you were discussing, and there's a lot of agreeing. Oh yeah, I have just been staying at home. I mean, some people can't wait to get back into their suits. I think myself included. I just love a good, very like
Mhm.
whole ensemble. Like I just love it, but it's just, I mean, where am I gonna go? Where am I going with it? Like even during the videos, all you see is my upper half. So that lower half, I'm always in my PJs. So
Let's stand up. Oh, we got a
well,
super sticker from For the Love of Bags. Thank
yeah,
you
thank
so much.
you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Maria's here. So, hope this doesn't jump. Okay.
Yeah. A
I,
lot
I
of
mean, I
people.
can't wait to go back to the office. Oh, I have been. And every time I go back to the office, I think mentally I'm excited to wear all my work clothes. But physically, I'm like, oh, I'm just bored. So tight. Everything's so tight.
I think you have to get back into a routine of, you know, putting together your outfits the night before, and it's a different vibe. Now, what we have to be more aware of instead, which I'm still trying to get used to it, is do I have my mask? Do I have my sanitizer? Do I have my like those are the things that I worry more about versus my actual outfit.
Okay, give me 1 second. Somebody's at my door. Why is there
Oh,
always somebody at
okay.
my door?
Yeah. You have a lot of visitors now. Oh, Apple's 107. I haven't worn my suit in 10 years. We'll never go back. Well, that's the thing. It's the perfect timing for you guys. Those of you who don't like to dress up, it's perfect. be in casual wear. Nobody will be saying anything about it because we're all wearing casual wear nowadays. Ooh, you got a package.
I got a little package. Oh, my Selfridges is here.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So we have Apples 107. I haven't worn a suit in 10 years. We'll never go back. Krista, permanent work from home. Wow, permanent.
I think some companies have switched to just switching everything to, because some of the offices here in downtown, they're paying so much rent, but there's nobody in it.
Yeah.
So they might have to close it down.
Not sure about Singapore, but Singapore, it's no more a default because the government made work from home as a default, right? Then just last month, so April, like a couple of weeks ago, they made an announcement that work from home is no longer a default. So a lot of employees cannot use that as an excuse to say, hey, the government says we have to stay at home. So a lot of people are actually going back. And I think it's nice because I have been back in the office a few times. And it's a different vibe. When you're in the office, you just feel more focused to a certain extent, like you're focused, you got your colleagues, where working from home can be quite
distracting,
but also there's a bit of a boundary issue. Like you need to know how to set your boundaries. What is which areas work? How do you manage the time? Don't work through your lunch. So sometimes it can get a lot of anxiety, right? People who work from home and they're not used to it. So yeah, I do enjoy going back to the office, but I'm not sure if I want to wear my suits again. Oh, Clara is here. Ooh, it's raining here. If you can hear it is pouring.
That was loud.
Yeah. Okay, MK. I recently got a pair. Clara. I recently got a pair of Hermes moccasins, Colette. Yeah, the white ones. Really nice. Okay, to see a lot of comments. Yes, make sure I can see. Okay, so we've got one for the comment about the card holder. I still use my LV zippy wallet every day. I need all my cards with me.
Yeah, it's not everyone. Like I said, even in Canada, even though we're not, we are a developed country, but it's just not everywhere they accept it. There's still lots of mom and pop shops that just want cash because they otherwise have to pay a fee every time you use your credit card or your debit card. And they're just such a small business. They don't want that fee. So it's still relevant, but it's just moving towards that direction. That's all we're seeing. Yeah.
I think in Singapore, and I mean Asia, maybe the adoption rate for technology is really fast, especially in Singapore.
You guys are very fast.
Very fast. Like and all these like companies starting up are just like mushrooming everywhere. So it's so convenient to just open an app and just say scan a QR code, pay. So I have not. There are a few days, like one whole week, I'm like, oh, where's my credit card? I have no idea because I remember the number, but I don't even need the physical card anymore. So it's just so technology, it's moving in that direction. And I think it's just a matter of time for various countries to pick up. But if you need your wallet, please keep using it.
Please keep using it, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I've got one comment from Emily. Fashion is so fickle and cyclical. True. Yeah. Hardly wear my belts now, but it's such a useful accessory to dress up an outfit for a put together look. Yes, on hold for now. Yes. Agreed.
Definitely on hold. I am also waiting for the weather to warm. Well, it's actually warming up now, so I can possibly wear, say, my blazer dresses and wear my little belt, or because I don't belt my jeans, or I don't wear trousers anymore. So like, I don't belt my jeans. I don't actually need a belt for my jeans. I really use it as an accessory, like Emily says.
Okay, this is interesting because I had the same thing from my brother. So jade light wood. I visited China 3 years ago. Even little old ladies in the market only took digital pay, wouldn't take my cash. Meanwhile, in the US, I still carry cash with me.
Exactly.
Exactly. So when my brother was there I think he was in Beijing, he said that he couldn't pay anything because everybody was using WeChat Pay. And to get a WeChat account, you needed to have like a China bank account, and you need to do like there's some small administrative thing that you need to start. But once
It's
he
pretty
got it,
hard. Yeah.
once you got it, it's like, oh my god, once you got it, it's just crazy. Like nobody carries cash. So at that time, that was 3 years ago, he was telling me, the vendors at the street, they're selling you lollipops. They're like WeChat Pay. That is how crazy it was. So just a couple of weeks ago, I went to the market, like the wet market, the typical, it's really dirty, that kind of market. And back in Malaysia, it's all cash payment. So I brought a bunch of cash because I wanted to buy meat, I want to buy vegetables. And then I went there and I looked up at the stall, all the digital payments from the auntie meat seller. I was like, can I have 500 grams? Like, beep. All this cash with me going like, oh my gosh, that's it. I will just carry cash for emergencies now. Like,
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, anyway.
It's funny because I also don't carry cash just out of habit, but whenever I had to use cash, and then you get the change, right? When I come home, I toss the change somewhere, and I cannot find it the next time. Like where's my money? It's like I lose money if I use cash.
It's true. I find like $2 scattered everywhere. I'm like, underneath my gym bag, I'll be like, ooh, there's a $2 here. It's like, where do you come from? Oh man, so funny. Okay, so this is interesting. Yeah, I also think this way. So Lei is saying, I agree that tech watches, with tech watches, but I do feel like it's disposable because of the updates, relevance, and declining battery performance. This is one of the reasons why I struggle to pay a luxury price for a technology watch. But
You keep
it's
buying
still,
it.
yeah, you just keep buying. But
Yeah.
also, I feel like there is, it's still quite new. Like it's still quite fresh in the luxury market. I mean, for the consumer mass market, of course, they want you to update your watch, right? Because it's mass market. But the luxury market, if they see this pickup, for all you know, there could be something different, right? Maybe they have longer shelf, I don't know, whatever life that will last how. If it's small, they'll give you free replacement. It could be something that is so exclusive to the luxury market that you go like, yeah, it's worth paying that premium for this tech watch because of XXX. Right now, maybe the differentiation is not enough yet, and it's still new. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
And they won't do it a lot yet because the luxury watch market is still a huge market.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. I don't think it'll go away per se, but for some people, they might never get into it. Like, I don't want to say never, okay, but I'm just saying like I have a hard time seeing myself buying one just because I'm like, I don't wear it for the time. I don't wear it because of the time, right? So if I'm really just gonna wear it as a decoration, why not buy a piece of jewelry instead? Like that's just how my mind is working right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for guys, I think that's the trouble, right? Because their watch is their accessory.
Yeah.
So this is a good one. So Linda's saying, I work in a management consulting. I've seen a partner wear an Apple Watch on one wrist and a Rolex on the other. It's totally obnoxious.
Yeah.
But it's a talking point to clients than the project. But it's true, because if you think of it, do you think guys, I mean, well, yeah, I do see guys wear the JUC, but it's still not so common, right? But a watch, that is their flex accessory. Like, check my Rolex, Batman, Pepsi, or whatever. But then Then they get into the technology as well. Then you're like, oh no, what do I do now? So yeah, guys have it harder. They just have to wear both.
Or I wonder if, say, maybe not in the immediate years, but maybe in a few years or 10 years down the road, maybe Rolex and all these brands will have to make digital watches that are also functioning as notification and monitoring your health, like all those functions as well. Don't you think?
Probably. I just feel like watches will be like grandfather clocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have them in a house. You're like, oh my gosh, you have a grandfather clock. Whoa. Yeah, it'll be that, and but that's all it is, a display, an accessory, a wow
Yeah.
factor. But everything else in the house, it's just moved on beyond the grandfather clock. But it's gonna be a long, long, long time, right? A long, long time. It's my niece and nephew's generation, and maybe their kids, where they'll just see it's like, who wears a watch anymore? Like, joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have any clocks at home anymore because all of them that ran out of battery, we don't replace it. And then it's just like, okay, it's just sitting there. It's not working.
My house, in my home, my mom's place, we still have a grandfather clock,
Yeah.
and it hasn't worked in
Yeah.
I don't know 20 years. But it's just a piece that I look
It's
at. I'm
so
like,
nice.
yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
wow, we still have a grandfather clock. But I swear, I only stare at it when I'm feeling nostalgic. I'm like, woo, okay, that's it. Oh. Okay, so comments. Wow, we love it. Let's see. Okay, from right at the bottom. So let me just pick MK's one. For a dude, an elegant watch is a necessity. We need to cover our thicker wrists. After all, watch lovers do also appreciate them for their mechanism. I
Right.
personally hate digital watches. It's true. Like, we are the generation that says like, whoa, everything. And I think there's still that market, a huge market, but that technology element is just slowly seeping in, and I don't know. I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. I have a watch, so I'm hoping nothing happens. But I mean, I love my watch. I love looking at it. I love wearing it. It feels good on the wrist. But I don't know what's gonna happen when I get my Apple Watch. So,
Well, are you still wearing your watch right now? Now that you don't have your Apple Watch yet?
that's a good point. I wear my watch as an accessory. I'm
Yeah.
already
Oh,
doing
okay.
it. Yeah.
Mm.
So when I go out, maybe for shopping and all that, I would wear it.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Clara's, yes. We see a lot of comments. It's awesome. Yes, I am struggling to use my watch, my Lux watch, especially since I got my Apple Watch. I try to wear my Lux watch to unplug from online, but I always go back to it.
It's so hard to unplug nowadays. I hate to say it, but I am stuck to my phone. And the times that I'm not, like when I do sometimes take a break from my phone. Like I will be far away from my phone for like 2 hours. Let's say I leave it in like the office room, and I do my cooking, and then I eat my dinner, and then I might just like take my shower. Like I'll be away for 2 hours, but when I come back, I'm like have so many notifications. I'm like, it's hard to be away from your phone, literally. And the times that I try to keep it with me while I'm cooking, then I get so distracted. And then like every time I feel like I have to run back to, you sometimes some things you just have to watch it, right? While you're cooking, you can't just leave it. So yeah, it's so hard to be unplugged. It's so hard now.
It is.
It's a bad habit, but
yeah, because you do everything with your phone, right? Even
yeah,
when
everything.
when you relax, you also you listen to podcasts, so you're always
Yeah,
on your
I
phone,
do.
right? So yeah, it like for me when I relax, right? But I'm trying to cut the habit a little bit. But when I relax, I watch YouTube, random YouTube videos, right? I'll just pick anybody's, I'll just watch, I'll just listen. But I'm always scrolling and just like seeing something that's interesting. So it's really hard to unplug. Yeah. So anyway, but I hear you, Clara. You know, once once the watch is like you're forever checking, you know, WhatsApp messages is all coming in. Ugh, okay. Okay. I went out to buy some flowers, dressing up in Chanel yesterday, and people were staring at me like I was some local weirdo.
Oh no! Oh my gosh! So now it's actually weird to dress up? No, 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 no. It's just that everyone else is too relaxed and you're still put together like your usual self. But yeah, it's so hard. I feel like I would stick out like a sore thumb also when if I were to like really dress up, which is why I've been really dressing down lately, like really dressing down. I kind of love it, but I kind of sometimes also feel like, oh, I feel so
Blech.
yeah.
That's the only word. There's
Yeah,
no word. Right?
there's no word.
It's the face. It's like,
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, what am I? Like, what the heck is this?
what am I? What's happening to me? You know, I think a lot of us feel that way with the pandemic just going on and on. And then we just, you know, start to sink and let ourselves loose. Really,
Yeah.
like for me, I'm trying to make myself like put makeup on because for me, when I look better, my face, I feel better, right? So I think for people,
Agree.
maybe it's the dressing and all that. You just need to dig it out from the cupboard and just wear it. You're like, actually, I feel better, you know? So
It's only
what-
afterwards that you regret not doing it.
it's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Because then you just let it go, like, oh, if only I took it out, or when I put on my face on, I feel so much better. But you just, it's that first step
Yeah.
to be normal. Okay, we got a question here from Jade Lights Ward. I'm planning on getting two Chanel classic bags, a black reissue or a beige classic flap. I want one from the store and one vintage for the 24K gold. Which do you think I should get from the store?
Ooh.
Good question. I think.
I almost feel like for the purpose of resale, reissue doesn't resell well, and because of that reason, I wouldn't go retail. And so yeah, so I would probably buy the reissue vintage and the classic flap retail. But you can also argue the other way is that, you know, classic flaps are so expensive. Why buy retail? So I don't know. It's hard. How would you do
Yeah.
it?
I was thinking the same as you at first. So
Yeah.
I was thinking get the black reissue from resale because it's probably cheaper.
Yeah.
And then you can get your beige classic flap from the store, right? But I also thought about the fact that it's so expensive for the beige classic flap to be from the store now. So better to get it vintage and then get your black reissue from the store because maybe they look better because they have a very aged, you know, they have an aged look. I'm not sure how the resale ones look like. This is tough.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? What does the audience think? Help Jade out. What do you think? Let's vote. Black reissue from the store or beige classic from the store? And then the other one will be from.
Is the reissue also in 24 karat gold plated?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I've always only seen the classic flap in 24 karat gold plated. I mean, that's the only one that I've always seen people review. And because I don't have any vintage ones, so I don't really know.
It's not but it's supposed to be the first bag, right? The reissue. Like before the Chanel classic flap, the reissue was the original Chanel design. I thought.
Yeah, but it is, But when did Karl Lagerfeld introduce the classic flap? It was a long time ago. Also, wasn't it in the 80s?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
No, I
still a
think
very
the
long time
reissue,
already.
yeah, true, but I think the reissue was modernized, right? I think it was modernized. I think so. Maybe
What do you
our
mean by
Chanel.
modernized?
I think it was like her first bag, and then he redid it.
Oh yeah, he reissued it. Yes.
That's why it's called a reissue. So it's not as
Yeah.
it may not be 24K if you that's what you're looking for in the resale market. I'm not,
I don't
Chanel lovers out there, let us know.
know. That far away, I don't know.
Okay, Diana, I would like to get a vintage Diana Chanel bag. Is it worth to pay so much for it? Will the leather turn bad in days to come? How much is a Diana Chanel bag now? It's it's a
I don't
lot.
know. I just know that they are usually an alternative to the classic flap for those that don't want the classic flap. And I feel like they are maybe slightly better priced, just by very slightly. Um, I never owned one and I never looked into one, so I don't really know. I don't know why you would think that the leather would turn bad though, unless it was already in really bad condition. Because otherwise, I feel like if you find one that's in pretty decent condition, it should be fine.
Mhm.
Is that what you why are you worried about the leather turning bad? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. I mean,
Is
I
it
can
worth it
imagine
though?
it in Malaysia, if it's a very old bag, sometimes leather, if it's like 20, 30 years old, if it's not taken care of before you become the owner, leather can peel, it can crack, and it can sort of like disintegrate because of the moisture and time and all that. Because it's not a it's something that needs to be taken care of, right? You need to moisturize it and all. But I don't know if that can happen overseas because of the humidity here. That is an issue.
Yeah, but sometimes also when you buy vintage, you don't know where the bag is from. Or
Oh,
maybe you do, and um, it's like you don't really know how long or how well it's been maintained or kept, which is so hard for me to answer this whether it's worth it because I personally love brand new. So even if I were to buy a pre-loved, it has to be a pretty recent pre-loved. Do you know what I mean? Um, so I have a hard time answering this question. And I have a hard time deciding whether it's worth it because I most likely for myself will feel like it's not worth it. Does it make
unless it's a
sense?
really good price, right? Unless it's a really good price, but you're already saying that it's worth is it is it's pay so much, meaning it's quite a
Yeah,
pricey vintage
then
bag.
it's not.
Then yeah, maybe not,
Yeah.
maybe not. Unless it's a really good price, like $100. I don't know. Oh. Okay, here's one from Eileen. I use an LV mini pochette as a wallet. I can put
Mm.
cards, cash, car keys, super useful than a wallet or a long wallet. I wanted to put mini pochette as a picture, but I tried to just like, okay, let's talk about card holders first. But I
Mhm.
absolutely agree. A mini pochette would be the alternative already because
Yeah.
it's more than just card and cash. The only thing is, you probably got to just search for the cards. But why are you carrying so many cards anymore? Everything's in your phone.
Yeah, it's true. And if you need the card, it's probably for an emergency anyway. It's probably for a
Exactly.
store that you don't really go to and you just happen to go to. But when that happens, I usually try to take that card out of in ahead of time. Like let's say I'm in my car and I drive there and I'm in front of the store. So before going in, I take it out first so I know where it is.
Absolutely. Here's one from Khan. I hate using cash because of how heavy coins are.
They are. And you always lose them. It's like you're losing money left and right.
Yeah, find coins everywhere. Girls, what do you think of the LVs on the pool collection? I'm trying to think of which
Ah,
collection is
oh,
this.
it's like the one that's very it's like pastel-y color, no? The new one with like they even have the papillon bag now with the strap. I think they have the I want to actually they have the Mitzi Pochette, don't they?
I think I saw it. I saw a few unboxings of the. It's. I think that would fall into my picture. The where not as loud, but it's subtle loud because they use all the pastel colors and it's light-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty. But it's just not my color palette. Like I don't wear anything like that, and I don't really match anything like that. So I was not attracted to it. The only thing I was attracted to was the style of the bag is the papillon with that strap. I don't know why I keep looking at it.
Cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It's really cute. If they made it in regular canvas, no, I won't go there. I don't want to buy it. But I just like it. I just really like it. I kept looking at it.
I think it's a nice collection. I think it's appropriate for, I mean, especially for our talk today, right? It's an appropriate trendy bag. Like it's not loud, like just look at me kind of colors screaming at you. But it's still got a little bit of something special.
Yeah.
This rain. It's like a hurricane. Can you guys? I don't know if you guys can hear it. You can hear it?
No, well, I can hear you because I'm listening to you on Clubhouse now, but I wonder through the monitor whether people actually hear you.
Whether all of you can hear through this mic the thunder that is like a thunderstorm. It just happened, just like boom.
Yeah, it's really, really loud booms.
Really
it's kind of crazy.
Okay, here we go. From HY. How about bags like LV, Speedy, Never Full?
Oh, they're fine. Yeah. I think they're fine. They're not obsolete.
Yeah, they're not obsolete for sure.
Yeah, didn't we talk about the Speedies and Raffles? We had a different show where we talked about bags that are classic. I think that's was that the?
I think our classic bags.
Or
one of our lives, like we said that forever bag. So I will link it later. So let me just write that down. Classic bag. I'll forget, of course.
Yeah, I need to write I need to write those things down too, because 2 lives before I said I would link something and I totally forgot what it was.
It's fine. Let's see. I was like, oh no, where are the questions? But what's amazing is everybody's just you guys are all chatting, which is the purpose, right? Because this is a live interactive chat. Everybody's just meeting up, like, let's talk about bags. It just makes my work a little harder, but
it is. You have to filter through a lot.
Like, where is everybody's okay?
Yeah, and I love that we have girls and we have guys. It's like all kinds of people.
Okay, here we go. This is for you, Nicola Powell. Amy, if your essay offers you a Kelly before a Birkin, will you take it? Or do you still want your first bag to be a Birkin?
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, so I want to say that I don't think my essay will offer me a Kelly, because I didn't say I wanted a Kelly. But if he did, and I actually do not mind a Kelly, I take it.
Do you take it? Are you gonna do an Isabel?
I know. Will I take it? Okay, it really has to depend on which Kelly. So if it's a really hard to get Kelly, because apparently Cellier is really hard to get, the smaller size is really hard to get. If it's like a really neutral color, it's really hard to get, then I might say yes. But unless it's all those criterias, I will just stick to my Birkin, because I'm sure it's a matter of waiting a little longer before, he can secure that Birkin instead of offering me an alternative. That's how I feel I would approach this. So what about you? What about you? I
didn't get my Birkin. And my essay offered me a Kelly at that time. I would have said no.
Okay.
Because I'm not a Kelly person, that's for sure. Like that time, right? That was like, no, I don't want a Kelly. I'm just not ready for a Kelly.
But if he, but if he offered you a jaune amber, is that, I don't even know which color it is in French, but jaune.
It's like a sunshine. It's a sunshine. It's a warm sunshine yellow, like a sunflower yellow. If he offered me a Jean Ombre Kelly 25 gold hardware Cellier, oh, okay, then we'll have this conversation again.
Oh. No, but see, that's what I'm talking
that's
about.
true.
Like, unless it was something that I know would have been really hard to get, which I doubt. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
why would someone offer me that instead of something that's less, well, still very sought after, but less sought after than that? You know what I mean? So I'll probably still say no then. Yeah, because it's probably not going to be what I want. I mean, I don't know, but I have a good feeling that I will really like the Birkin. So I don't know for sure just because I don't have the bag, but like I've just been imagining all the scenarios, and
you're gonna love it. Like if you love your trendy.
Yeah,
like
I do.
You love your trendy. You love holding the trendy. You love okay, the trendy you can wear at your wrist. So that's the only thing about the Birkin. It's a bit like not so. I'm getting used to it, but if you like holding the trendy, you like how that this kind of like feeling, then you'll love the Birkin. It's the same.
I can't wait. My birthday can't come soon enough. I don't even know if I'll get it by my birthday. I honestly don't know. This pandemic is wrecking the whole thing.
Soon. You never know. He might just
Yeah.
surprise you. Okay. Angel Tan. Ladies, if your essay offers you the Hermes Constance slim belt wallet, would you take it? It's rare. Do you like the style? Do you have to buy the leather belt separately? Oh, you have to buy the leather belt separately, I think. What is that? Let me just
I'm just trying to imagine. Oh, I think so it's the wallet, but in a Constance, like, so with the H buckle, I think.
Hermes
But
Constance.
belt, so it's belted?
Yeah, let's see. Slim belt wallet. Belt wallet.
You can just look it up just to be sure we're talking about the same thing. It's rare.
Oh, okay.
The style.
We have a picture. We have a picture.
Oh, okay. So cute.
Okay, it even has like a
removable
extra pouch inside,
and
it can be belted.
So it's a little belt bag basically with the Constance. It's the Constance style.
It's not that. Oh wait, it is expensive. $2,500. I don't know if this uses USD. So it's 2,500 USD.
So it's pretty much like a card holder, maybe just a bit bigger than a card holder style, right? It will fit all your cards, probably your keys, probably not your phone, I would say. So
no.
2,500, do you say no?
It's not so much of the price.
Okay.
It's just, nah.
You won't use it?
I won't use it. But that's just me. I know it's rare. That's the thing. Everything is rare. Everything in Hermes is rare.
True.
But no, I don't think I would.
Is it because it doesn't fit your phone? What is it? What's the reason?
I think for me, it's because I don't even wear belts.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think if you do wear belts, then
but this you can wear as like a crossbody, just kind of like your belt bag.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
or no, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it does have the look of the Constance without the price of the Constance, for sure. Right, for sure.
Okay, no. maybe no, maybe no. Yeah, just save the money.
Oh, okay. So we've got some answers for just now's black reissue, or so everybody's saying black reissue, buy in store, right? Black reissue. Maria saying reissue by pre-love. So we've got several saying reissue by pre-love. This is also beige in store. So reissue pre-loves beige from store. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, because beige is such a light color, you don't know how the wear and tear has been too, right?
Oh, okay.
That's
So
how I
Clara's got
felt,
some.
but
The classic is from the 80s. The reissue was modernized, yeah, in 2006 or 2005. Yeah, 2006. Yeah, it was modernized. So maybe they do have the reissue in 24K, like, but it's really probably really old.
mhm.
Okay, so more answers. Beige from retail.
Yeah. I feel like the
Another one.
consensus is beige from
Consensus.
retail.
Yeah, beige from retail. Yep, pre-love cheaper. Yep. Okay, Sharon. Yep. Okay, so we've got. Thank you, everybody. Oh, okay. So MP's got some info here. Reissue is not 24K gold plated. I prefer it to the classic flap. It's better to get it pre-love. So MK saying pre-love, so it's definitely
Yeah.
pre-love. Price has skyrocketed in the past few months. Yeah, even the resale market.
I feel
follows.
like the reissues also, because I don't really see people wear them all the time. So I feel like people who sell them, they probably don't wear them a lot. And your chances of finding a really good condition one is probably higher too. And the price will be better just because they bought it such a long time ago too, right? I was just thinking also in my head, a beige clear color. I would be so scared to see what kind of sort of color transfer, or even the corner if it's darkened. I would be so scared to see that kind of wear if it comes to that. Yeah.
Okay.
But you can get 24 karat plated, so is that really that important? No, I don't know. I still like brand new.
Okay, RH. I purchased a vintage Chanel sweater from one of the top reputable sellers. The famous gold buttons has been switched to plastic fakes. I was refunded. Vintage lovers, be careful. Ooh. You know, because I think of this, like, you know, the buttons are a big part of the jackets or sweaters or any of the ready to wear. So maybe, like, you know, they just take them and make money out of the buttons.
Oh, they do. They sell the buttons to sometimes make jewelry out of them, or I don't know if they maybe use it on another jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would keep the buttons.
Honestly,
okay,
I'm just so scared of pre-loved. That's all I'm
yeah,
gonna say.
yeah. It's you need to be very familiar with it. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like you either really focus on pre-loved, like occasionally you buy retail, but with pre-loved there is a lot of research, a lot of, you know, just extra due diligence that you need to do, because fakes are just so good now. And if you're just an amateur, you
Save
amateur.
yourself the trouble. Yeah. It's hard to be a real connoisseur in the vintage, because, like, for example, myself, like I consider myself to know a lot about Chanel, but only from more recent years. Anything before that, I never shopped Chanel before. I never even seen Chanel pieces before. My mom was never into Chanel. So it's not like I've been left and right seeing Chanel my whole life. So I don't know anything from before. And it's fine. I don't know anything from before. So there's no shame in that. But at the same time, I would feel like I know there's this whole niche of buying pre-love and getting a good deal, and you're getting really high quality pieces. I understand that, but I just don't know anything. So I can't decipher a good piece or a worth it piece, let alone authentic piece, right? So I just save myself the trouble I'd rather
Exactly.
just buy brand new, or I don't buy it. It's fine to not own it too. It's not the end of the world. Yeah.
It's like buying antiques, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the antique market, like how do you know this is a true antique piece? How do you know that this pot that you're buying was in the 14th century? You know, things like that. You don't know. You just look, wow, so amazing. But the copies are just as good. They, you know, they know how to crack it a little bit. They know how to color it a little bit. You're like, oh, I'm gonna pay 5,000, but it's made in 2017 somewhere far away.
Yeah.
So it's antique, right? Because you don't have anything to refer to, and especially if you're an amateur, where do you find that information? So it's not impossible. It's just that you have to do a lot of research. You need to talk to a lot of people, and eventually you'll get a good deal. But that's a lot of. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth the time. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Yeah. Okay, so Shanna, you know what? I went to Chanel Beauty Store yesterday to get a Chanel blusher. Then I told the essay I hope I get a Chanel bag from the 21S.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
What
okay.
happened though?
Yeah. Then she told me she had a close friend working there and will get her to contact me.
Nice.
Wow. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Oops, it jumped.
Sometimes you just click with people, and hopefully. I mean, okay. That's that's. There's also the other part where I have had essays that are very friendly, and they're like, oh yeah, like so buddy with you, and they'll say like, oh, I'll hook you up, but then you never hear back from them either.
They try to get rid of you, you know, they try to get rid of, okay, I'll hook you up.
No, maybe they're not trying to get rid of you, but maybe they're just trying to be like nice in the moment. But then next thing you know, they say that to everyone. So like, how many people is he gonna help, right? Or maybe he completely forgot. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I've had that happen to me, and sometimes, yeah, it slips through the crack. So hopefully you'll actually hear from her. Yeah.
Shanna's like, I can hear it. So this is just a comment that you guys can hear the rain. Oh my gosh, it is a thunderstorm. It's
quite loud.
If you guys can hear it, here it's like, oh my gosh. Okay, let's see.
I just hope it doesn't cut your power.
I know. Then would just be luxury live show with Amy. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm stuck here like that. Why is there like, okay, sorry, I just had to pull this up. Why are we talking about diet? Where did that come from?
Oh, I think because I was reading some of the earlier comments. I think MK was gonna suggest
Share
something to Clara.
Some diet plan?
Yeah, something like that.
You guys are funny. Okay, Karina. Hermes Bolide 27. Okay, black Epson gold hardware or a Chanel rectangular mini.
Oh, I already know my answer.
I know my answer as well.
I think it's the same answer.
What's yours?
Chanel rectangular mini. Oh, yeah.
The Bolide. It's
27 is it's not the largest size, but
No,
it's
no,
pretty
it's the
big, isn't it?
It's like this.
It's bigger than my it's wider than my Speedy 25, which I feel is pretty big already.
It's like an Elma PM.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
It's such a different bag though, like that compared to Chanel rectangular mini. Like I wonder why you're thinking about these two such different style. No, they cannot be the same price. They're not the same price. Are they?
Oh, Bolide is more expensive.
Yeah, I thought the Bolide was expensive, no?
The Bolide 31 is over $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
So this is slightly cheaper, maybe, but still very much more expensive. Okay, so this is an answer. This is a comment to the Constance wallet. No, from Maria, our Hermes, our Hermes expert here. No to the Constant wallet. Save it for the bag. Okay. Maria has
Listen to
spoken.
Maria. Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody's like, no, 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 no. Okay. Belt bag. Yeah, most of it commenting on the belt bags. Too small, too small. Yeah, too small.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, here's we got one. Eden. So what do you guys think? I got a small flat bag today, but has a scratch or a chip at the bottom. I absolutely love the color, which is beige
Oh.
clear. Return it.
Yeah.
Return it. It will bug you
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah. Especially because it's beige clair, such a light color. Small scratch or chip. If it's a scratch is already like chip,
Mm.
so it's chipping in the leather. Oh no, that's no good,
Yeah, that's no good.
right?
If you and you know, even if it's a chip or a scratch, because you've seen it, because you
Yeah,
know it when you just got a brand new bag, very likely that you will always, have it at the back of your mind.
yeah.
So I'd say get a change it. Oh, okay. So here, Clara. So this is answering to Clara because Clara is also saying go back and check it, return it. So I'm going back tomorrow. I hope they have at least another beige.
Beige, yeah.
It was already boxed up before I got there, so I definitely should have checked.
Mm,
You can't really like. I don't know about everyone else, and I don't know about Amy, but when I'm in the store, sometimes with all the lights and the bustle and just everything, you don't really have that peace of mind to sit there and inspect every single stitch and corner. Usually, I do that when I come home. Like I sit down, I unpack everything, and then I start to really inspect. Though you're supposed to do that in store, but there's this slight pressure, like for me when I'm standing there, and she's like, "Okay, everything." And you're just like, yeah, it looks okay, it's okay, it's ringing, because you just feel like gotta get out. I don't know. And when I'm in Chanel, I just feel like I gotta get out. I just gotta get out. So,
it's
what about?
unfortunate because yeah, I totally agree. It's unfortunate because it has come to this in Chanel, in LV. Um, as much as I'd like to check my items thoroughly, which I try to do as when I'm there, but lately I've been finding it a lot more difficult because I'm trying to be distant from everyone else and I'm trying to get out of the store because of the pandemic, and just trying not to be as exposed as much as I can. Like just go in, get it, like take it out. Um or even when the store is very, very busy. So pre-pandemic, there were times, especially when it's the launch day, so you have to line up and then you have to get in. But when you get in, it's the zoo. It's absolutely horrendous, and your essay is trying to help several clients at the same time. Um, it's hard. You try your best, and the times that I have checked thoroughly, I'm always usually happy because I checked, and if there was a flaw that I accepted, then I accepted it and I took it home. But if it was I didn't have time to check, or if I just felt too bad to check because it was too frantic, or sometimes I'm just so excited to even have the bag that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so happy I got it, and then I just want to pay for it and leave, and did not check, or just was too happy, too excited to just even have it. Those are the times that I can run into issues. So
Mhm.
yeah, the different scenarios, you cannot always avoid it. So you caught it now, so try to bring it back and see if they have another one. Hopefully they do.
Yeah.
That's
So
all
this
you
is
can do. Yeah.
this is a good advice from Clara. Take it back. Then you might want to text your essay like now, like, oh, I just
Mm-hmm.
saw something at home. And because it's so new, right? Like you just got it. Yes, was it yesterday that you said? So
Mm-hmm.
there's no way you have nicked it. Like I would say, text
Oh,
her
it's
or
not.
text
I
it.
don't think it's about that even. Like I feel like it's more about letting them know just in case they still have it, because chances are if it was a very hard sought after item, they might not have it. all they can tell you is to bring it back and they'll give you back credit. That's all they can do. That's what would happen to me if something like that happened, because um chances are there won't be another one. That's just, it is what it is. But hopefully it's different for your store, or hopefully maybe it's just now that like during the pandemic, the stock has been so weird. Sometimes they just receive one and then they'll receive more later, so you just never know. Yeah.
Oh, that's what she's saying. Funny thing, I was the only one in store. I had to prepay for it, so really didn't think much of it.
Yeah, you're too excited.
Too excited, like, oh my gosh, I got my bag. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that happens to me a lot as well, because maybe it's something that's so hard to get, or it took a while to get, and then suddenly it's there, and you're like, just ring it up, I'm bringing it home. When you reach home, and then that's where you're like, there's something not perfect. They need to be perfect. Okay, so I'm almost at the end. I hope I didn't miss any questions up there. If I did, I hope you guys don't mind if you just type it back in. Okay, for Maria, ladies, thinking of the Hermes pre-spent items you already bought, would you still have bought them if it's not a requirement for the B or K dream bag? If yes, which items would you still purchase? Okay. I think Amy can talk first, because you just did some shopping, right?
Okay. I guess mine is more recent. Okay. It's so hard because.
Would you still have bought the stuff?
Okay. See, it's hard to answer now because the first item I bought is the collier de chien bracelet, the slim one. So here, I'll just show you. It's right here. This is the first thing I bought. And I would have said yes, except that now I have my Cartier. And I almost feel like, if I bought 4 of these, I can buy, 5 or 6 of these, I can buy another one of this. You know what I mean? It's almost thinking like that now. So I want to say I will still buy it, but maybe I won't buy too many now, because I'm so addicted to actual gold and having it on my arm all the time. Like literally, it's only been a week and I'm obsessed. Obsessed. Okay.
Now you understand, right? Now you
totally.
Understand. I'm like, oh my god, I can't stop myself anymore.
I know. It just makes me so happy to wake up with it, to wash my hands with it, to type with it, and even if it's like hidden underneath my sleeve, okay, when I'm like out and about because it's still cold, I know it's there. So I'm like so happy. Yeah, it just makes me so happy. So I don't want to say no, but I won't buy as many as I thought I would now. So I might buy another one in a different hardware color and a different, like a lighter color leather, and I'm set, I think. So that would be my first thing. Next, I think I have blanket and the big scarf. I love the blanket, so yes, I will buy another blanket. In fact, I want another one, but do I really need that many blanket? No, I'll use this one until it peels and everything, and I just get tired of it, then I'll buy another one. The big scarf, I want to say yes, I will buy it again, except I haven't worn it a lot because I'm not going out. So I could have delayed that probably. Okay, if that makes sense. So far it's yes, but just delaying one. I bought my CDC ring and my hat. Yes to both. Love the CDC ring. It's just another fine jewelry. I'm not wearing this all the time, not 24/7, but I'm wearing it whenever I think of it. So enough times. The hat I love. I bought more things after that, but I haven't unboxed, so I'm not going to talk about it yet.
We'll just have to wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I'm trying to recall because I don't know.
Yeah, yours has been a while.
So, okay, my t-shirt, I think I can remember that. So my t-shirt, my Hermes t-shirt, I would say yes. I love it. I wear it very often, but not often because I don't want to wear it down as well. So, but I love it. Okay, I love it. So yes. My Oran Blacks, yes, I would buy it again. my CDC, the one that I'm not wearing now, but yes, I think that bracelet grew on me. So I think when I bought it that time, I was like, yeah, okay, I know it's part of the pre-spend, but now that I have it, I actually really like it. So yes, I wish I didn't have to, but yes. um, let's see, what else did I buy? Oh, okay. So I have one that I think I would not have bought, which I think Amy knows, which is my CDC, the
Mm.
leather one.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
with
yeah.
me? It's in the bag. So I think that bracelet I love, but I would have bought it later.
Mm.
I bought that thinking that I wanted it, but now that similar, like now I have the rose gold, I haven't worn it, and
Yeah,
I like having it, but I think I would have bought it,
later
later,
when you
much,
can
much
go
later.
party.
When I can go and party, something. But now
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, it doesn't serve me any purpose. So in a way, I wish I didn't get it earlier for the part of the pre-spend. It was probably not necessary as well. So that was one. What else have I bought?
You bought a bag.
Oh yeah, the picotin,
Yeah.
which is also I think should have been a later purchase because I should have been just focused on my Birkin. But when your essay, especially when you're trying to build the initial relationship, it's a little iffy because they're trying to judge you. You're trying to
Yeah.
judge them and you suss them out as well. So I think I would still buy a picotin in the future. I love it. It's super cute, great price point, but the timing wasn't right. So I think I would still buy it, but not when I did. So it's
Mm.
okay. It's gone out of my collection anyway. What else? I think that's all, huh?
You bought sports shoes.
Oh yeah. You see, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, definitely will buy those sports shoes again. I
Mm.
love them. I have worn them a few times. You need to get used to them. So it's a little bit like the triple S's that I have.
Oh,
It's heavier, but the triple
okay.
S's are very heavy. Okay, though they don't feel as heavy when worn, they are still something that you need to lift up. So for the they're called Voltage. I think they're called the Voltaic shoes. Clara has one as well. Those it's not as heavy, but they are still a little weighty. So when
Mm.
I'm wearing them, I do feel like maybe after 4 or 5 hours of walking, I feel the weight, right? But it takes getting used to. And I can see, oh, my calf muscles are on fleek. So, but yeah, I love those shoes. Like I think if they come up with a different, maybe different some color pattern on it, I don't mind getting one more.
Right. Uh, so how come you're kind of liking it more now
Okay,
versus, because otherwise I
understand.
think you wouldn't have really bought it, because I know you really love your love bracelets and your Juste un Clou bracelets. Your Cartier
True.
bracelets, basically.
It's a totally different vibe. So one of the things that I like about it is the fact that you can remove it. Though I
Yes.
don't remove my bracelets all the time, um, I I like the convenience of it. So it's a little bit easier for me to say, okay, I want to switch it up. So I like that. And I also like the fact that it's a different vibe. So with the Cartier on my right hand, this is a very, very loud, um, very statement, and almost a bit more. Let me use another word. Not loud, but like it's a bit more like gangster.
Yeah,
you know.
okay, I get it.
Whereas the CDC is so sweet. It's so dainty and elegant. It's almost like it's quite sophisticated. And I think it's also because the gold the bracelet is slightly thinner. It's not so chunky. so it gives it that softer element. So I like it. It's grown on me. It's like, oh, such a dainty arm. Suddenly,
So you would still buy it. You would still buy it if it was not part of the pre-spend. Because I think that's
Oh,
Maria's question.
yeah. That's a good question. I'm trying to. I do like my Cartier.
Yeah, I know you do.
If I have nothing else to buy, I would buy it.
Mm.
And if it's not for if let's say I wasn't buying for pre-spend and I'm just overall enjoying the brand, and if I would say, okay, I'm gonna go into the fine jewelry, I would still pick either rings or bracelets from Hermes.
Mm.
I would not buy earrings. I would not. I don't think I would buy. I do like a few of the necklaces, but it's not going to be something. It would be my third choice. Like number one would be rings, followed by bracelets because of the price. It's like, oh, that's a lot more. It's a bigger commitment. And I do love rings, so I would say rings first, then bracelets, and then necklaces, and then finally earrings. Earrings are the most no, because I just like fun earrings.
Yeah.
So if I have nothing else better to buy from Hermes and I'm still enjoying the brand and I'm exploring the brand, I would consider it. And an example is a little bit like Chanel. So I have the Chanel rings. So I've been buying Chanel for years. I bought shoes, I bought bags. I've never bought clothes because that's one thing that I was like, bought shoes, bought bags, bought accessories, fashion accessories. I've got like SLGs, and I finally bought the ring. Right. So I think that would be how it would happen with Hermes for me if it wasn't because of the pre-spend. Eventually, it will happen.
Yeah. Got it. I do really like their designs. It's a shame they don't make the extra small size.
Okay. It's a good thing, okay, because they're expensive.
It is, I guess it is a good thing. But what if you really want to buy it? Just like you said, like you really like it. You can't buy it because it's not fitting properly.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we should update, huh? So last week's live ended very exciting, very an excitement, right? Somebody said that
The price increase. Price decrease.
Decrease. There was a price decrease. You heard it right. If you didn't join last week's live, a price decrease in the UK. So we've got lots of updates on that. After that, we heard from Stella. Stella is also on. Is she on YouTube? Well, rarely, but mainly on Instagram. So she messaged me and she shared that it's because of Brexit. So it's truly because of Brexit in the UK. When they were doing the deal, I guess the price adjustments because of Brexit, they did have a really high price increase for the love bracelets and I think a majority of the Cartier pieces. But now that the Brexit has happened or happening, so they sort of know the prices already, it's not so high, so they have adjusted it down.
Yeah.
So there's a decrease in the UK. I also checked with my essay in Singapore. I straight away, right after that, I did it during the live. And then he got back to me and he said that, where are you all hearing this? Where is this news from? So anyway, he confirmed that there is no price decrease in all the pieces except one, which happened 2 weeks ago, which is the Pave Love in ceramic. Maybe I got that right or wrong. Yeah, but it's only
you
one.
got it right.
So that was exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting and also unfortunate in some cases because there were other comments coming in. So one of our viewer from the UK saw the last bit and then was like, "Oh my gosh!" I think she bought the love necklace, and it was like £6,000, and now it's like 4,000 something, 4,800. So it went down by over £1,000. So I was like, "Oh no."
Oh my God.
Poor girl. But yeah, so it's exciting for those of you who haven't bought anything yet. So you could go get it now. But those of you who just bought it,
there's a sale. Cartier is having a sale in the UK.
I know. I mean, it's heartbreaking though if you have just bought it and it's past, say, like the 30. I don't even know if they would do a price adjustment. I mean, just ask maybe. Actually, why not? Maybe they'll
Yeah.
do something about it. Who knows?
Totally, I would thick face and ask.
Just ask. Yeah, you never know. I actually went on the purse forum afterwards because I was trying to research if they would have one in Canada. And actually come across a few posts. I think some people did ask. I don't know which country they did ask, and they, instead of giving them the whole price decrease, they were still able to give them a partial refund. And it was past their
Nice.
30 days. So just ask. You never know.
Yeah.
It could have been in the US. I don't know. I don't know if it's because they probably bought the pave one that you were talking about. So like
Wow.
yeah, so it's still a lot of money though, right? If you think about it. So the pave one especially, it's really expensive. So if you can get even a partial price adjustment or refund, whatever you call it, try. Just try. Doesn't hurt.
Agreed. Okay, Shanna, by the way, if one accepts the handbag from Chanel or LV, can we still change it if it has a flaw? Depends on the time period, right? Like if
Yeah.
it's still within there's like 14 days for Chanel, LV has 30 days in Singapore. I think Chanel has 14 days. You can change it, yeah, if you're still in that time frame. Change.
Exchange, yeah. But I think you're still supposed to. I guess if you only notice it afterwards, you just bring it back and they'll. That's the thing. If you've used your item, they will probably just fix it for you if it's fixable. If it's really like something that they can't fix, then hopefully because you're still within exchange period, that they will be able to give you another one. Oh, I just
Yeah.
saw a sticker come in.
Yeah, thank you. I
Thank
think
you
it's
so
from,
much.
let's see, I can't see.
Let me see. Oh, it's from SCB.
Oh, SCB, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay. Okay, Nat Wong. Has anyone seen Sophie Shohet's video on the 21 items she bought? I'm shocked at the quality since it was both items. No, I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
I didn't but I saw her thumbnail. I actually have been so busy I haven't watched any videos recently. But I saw the thumbnail, and on her thumbnail she was putting arrows on the areas where I think it was the zipper area, and then so you can see that it's not like the fabric on the zipper, it's not all even. It's like like a corner would have more fabric or something like that. I haven't seen the video, I just saw the thumbnail. So I almost felt like those are the things that that I would check when I buy when I buy from Chanel and LV. Like I check everything. Those would be some of the things that I would have looked at. I'm not saying she didn't look at, but I'm just saying like that's how bad it is now. Like I just triple check, double check, triple check. It's like, which is why I have a hard time letting go of my Chanel pieces because I know they're good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks. It's just one of those things. You still love Chanel and you still love your Chanel minis and mini and flaps and everything, or seasonal bags. Sometimes they're really like cute, but you just gotta check. You really have to.
Yeah. That's
What
bad.
is wrong with them? I honestly wonder if it's just. Is it because it's a seasonal item? Because it's on the thumbnail, it was the two really tiny little dinky vanity. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Oh,
The
yeah,
really, really tiny one, like
small
really
little
small.
thing, right?
Yeah, small little thing, hold it by a finger. I almost wonder if it's because they're seasonal that they don't put as much good craftsmen like
No
to the job.
way.
I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, that's just bad. Like you pay premium, right? I mean, if
Oh, yeah.
if that is the
Still
case,
expensive.
if that's the case, yeah, then they just don't care. But I mean, I have a seasonal bag. I have that Chanel camera bag from a few years ago. The quality is superb. So
True.
I just think it's the lack of checking now. It's the quality control.
No, but how could it be? How could it be quality control? Because let's say when I sew, right? I sew something. If it's wonky, I see it right away. I have to undo the threads to redo it.
Yeah, who
I
cares,
wouldn't
right?
just keep going.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Like, and that's it. Shoot it out. It's also to keep up with demand, right?
Yes.
So they need to churn quick. And so
I almost feel like their margin for acceptable error is bigger now. It's like, oh yeah, it's fine. Just keep
nobody
going.
will care. They'll suck it up every day. Anyway, you buy it all out. Which we are. So
Yeah.
whose fault is it, right? Oh my gosh. Okay,
Indirectly,
Clara.
it's us.
Some tease for Clara saying, Amy,
Yes.
one for MK. I mean, it's hell.
I know. It's yeah. No, it's only hell if you don't enjoy it. Oh no, it's hell for your wallet. I will admit that. Because I'm already thinking, I'm like, oh, all these pieces that I want, but oh my gosh, so expensive.
Elena, what do you think of Hermes Barenya leather? I have a Ruli and I'm afraid to use her. Should I sell it? Thank you. Is Barenya leather like the box leather? The one that will patina over time?
Oh, okay. Okay, I've never seen it, but I've listened enough to Purse on Fleek to know to know that I've heard about Barenya many times. I think it is the one that does patina because she said it's like oil soaked when it's made. So it's one of those that is I'm pretty sure she said that it's one of those leather that is actually good for humid weather, unless I'm completely off. Pretty sure that's what I heard.
I remember she did one video like that.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's what I heard. The thing is about being afraid of using a bag, I almost wonder if it has more to do with you than the leather. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know how much this Barenya leather will patina, but like just looking at my Vachetta bags, for example, I know they will patina, but it's just it's just the natural properties of it, and it's as long as you don't always accidentally spill things on it or whatever, it will patina really beautifully. It's gonna still have, just talking about Vachetta, okay, by the way, it might still have a few spots here and there that's not completely even, but the overall look is still going to be even. So I feel like if you wear your bags and if you're generally careful, you're not gonna like just toss it around and constantly get it wet or whatever, then it should be fine. But you have to be accepting of that. Like if you can't get past the fear of that, then maybe it's just not the type of leather for you. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree. I'm just gonna say, just use your bag.
Yeah.
Use your bag, enjoy it. You have an amazing bag in your collection. Just use it. I think even the thunder agrees. Okay, like the sky is saying, use your bag, Elena.
That's right.
Okay, from Essie. Thank you for the shout out. Thank you. We really appreciate it. We hope you like the slides. We hope you like the topics, and don't forget to give us a like as well, and subscribe to both of us. Plugging.
No, it's totally. I would plug it all the time. I mean, honestly, as much as we appreciate you guys, it is a huge commitment for us both, like me and Kat, to like different time zones, be here every week for 2 hours. Hey, we're here for you guys, but and it was such a struggle, right? For us to figure out how long we should keep it at, but I'm pretty I feel like 99% of you guys always feel like it's too short when we try to do 1 hour and a half. So we just kept it at 2 hours, and you guys love it. And you don't have to watch it the whole thing if you're busy. You can come back later and watch it. So we also appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, 2 hours, like, wow.
Yeah, after the lives, every time you guys don't see it, but I'm like dead because it's also my evening, right? And I'm just like lying there, like watching TV.
But it's great. Like I'm not
It
mean
is.
we've if you think about it, right? Us and you, all of you who join us every single because we recognize all the names. If you think about it, it's like our for me it's like Saturday brunch chat. Got my coffee. She bring
Yeah.
my snacks next time. It's Amy's, dessert time.
It is. After that, I'm going for my ice cream, my we have some Filipino dessert. I'm like, oh, it's just the best. After like a hard, because like this is work. This is 2 hour work in front of the computer, like, constantly staying active and everything. But it's great. I feel so accomplished afterwards.
Did you and we've done this. It's coming up to a year. You
Yeah.
guys, you know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it's
yeah,
coming
yeah.
up to a year. We've been doing this the joint live maybe started around May, June, but in
Mhm.
terms of like live streaming, it's been it's a
Pretty
year
much a
plus
year.
already.
Yeah.
We should do,
We
maybe we should find the first live that we did together. We should do like a special live for that. Yeah,
anniversary live.
yeah,
Yeah,
anniversary
sure.
live. It's coming up. Blink of the eye, it's here. Okay, June. Maybe one day you ladies can share how you got acquainted on YouTube and the inspiration behind the joint live. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We will do that.
It was actually it happened out of necessity, but we'll get to,
Yeah.
because we were doing single lives, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is getting much.
It's getting very, very, very even more tiring.
Intense.
This super intense because we would participate in each other's lives. So that's 4 hour 4 hours per week.
And in different time zones, and we're like,
Yeah.
okay, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
And not only for us, but it's for you. It's like a marathon. You're like every week, it's like, but it was at the peak of the work from home. So
Yes.
everybody was trying to find things to do, trying to occupy the time, trying to find connections, and all. So it was just a mishmash of situations. Then we finally found our footing, and then here we are today. But it was quite funny.
I mean, this is better because we're pretty much like going live at the same time, but we're still spending probably more than 4 hours because we have to make slides now and we have to do research. So it's still a lot of time, but at least our topics are more organized, and I call you guys our family now because like we're seeing the same faces. Yeah, our Lux. Oh yeah, sorry. Why am I saying family? So like we're seeing the same faces all the time. So it's such a routine, right? And it's something that I really, really look forward to every week. Yeah.
We hope you look forward to it, because we were asking I think some of the followers, they're like, oh yeah, we'll can't catch up, especially the ones in the EU. Maybe
Yeah.
the timing, and like MK is like he's waking up
He's
for
the
us.
hardcore one. He's the one that wakes up at 5 a.m. Actually,
I mean,
now
like,
do you
now's
have
what
to wake
time?
up even earlier now?
I don't know.
Because of the time change. We had
See?
yeah.
Okay, so they see the true LUXEES, and then that's fun, right? Because now it's like a routine. People will like follow it after. So thank you. We really appreciate it. Okay, SCB for my Picotin 22 that I recently got, I've been hanging it with an organizer and airbag stuffing inside to avoid future dents at the bottom corners. Do you think hanging it is a brilliant idea?
Oh, okay. I think she means hanging so that the straps don't get all right.
Yeah, I would lift the handles up, like lift it, but I would still make sure the base is supported on a table or something. So it's not hanging in mid-air, because hanging the bag would stretch. The bag is heavy for the straps, right? So it will have that sink. So I would hook the straps, but I would make sure the base is on a table. So it's still lifted, standing, but not hanging. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does, because I think when all the pressure is, well, not the pressure, but if it's hanging, right, then with gravity, there's some weird corners maybe that will be folding or creasing in weird ways with gravity, right? I'm just imagining it because I don't have the bag, but like I think it makes sense because I'm just thinking about my Never Full. I have thought about hanging it because then the straps will be like, it will stay up, but then the body of the bag, some areas will just have different pulls from the strap, and it will just crease in a weird way, I feel.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Because I do hang my Foray Lepage sometimes. Like I don't have space, and I'll just take a coat hanger and I'll hang it in my cupboard. But when I hang it, I can see it's weighted down, right? So a lot of pressure at the straps. I'm like, oh my god, take it down, take it down.
Yeah.
So I want to keep the straps lifted and not sag, because it is soft leather. But I would still not let it be dangling in midair.
Yeah.
Okay, so we answered this just now, Linda. We said that it's a nice collection, and it's nice. It's nice for.
It's very summery. It's a nice summery bag.
Sharon is
nice
sharing
summery
that
collection.
there's a pair of earrings in Cartier, Singapore. Price decrease happened, so I saved.
So there are more than just pavé collection.
I'm gonna text my essay again later. I'm like, are you? But you know what? I don't care. Like, I don't want to know because I don't have the money to run down there anyway. It's like it's just painful to hear. Why put myself through it?
Yeah, and plus, if your item didn't go down anyway, I don't think your item went down, did it? Did you check?
No. Nothing.
Okay. You rather not know, right?
If I find out that it went down, I'm gonna give it to him.
You know what's even more funny? Because like last week we were talking about this, right, on the live, and I had actually bought my items already. I had bought them on the Thursday, and the live was on the Friday for me, right? So it was just the day before I bought them, and I was thinking, "Are you serious? The price is gonna go down? Do I have to talk to my essay?" Except that it's so hard here because every appointment you make, it's like a whole month or month and a half later. So it would have been hard anyway to go see her.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? I missed one question just now from Snowflake. I'm trying to look back for it. She was asking, hang on, I'm just gonna, there's not many questions. Let me see. Snowflake was asking, hang on, Snowflake. Okay, here we go. I found it. Yeah, Snowflake, do you ladies feel like Chanel bag designs are getting boring? Also a bit too mainstream. It's everywhere now.
Do you mean the classics, or do you mean even their seasonal bags?
I guess maybe mainly classics and also some seasonal bags. Like basically everywhere, right? You see them everywhere. I thought about this before because a lot of people say, oh, it's so boring. Cartier is so boring. Everyone has a love bracelet. But if you like it, like I like seeing it, I have seen a lot of ladies in Singapore, walking past, and I'm like, ooh, nice bracelet. A lot of people have it. They have either the regular version or they have the thin like Amy's. It still catches my eye. I never feel like, oh my gosh, another Cartier. I actually don't. I'm trying to peep at their brands. I'm like, oh, is it new? Is it new? Is it new? Did you just get that? Is it so shiny? Does it have diamonds? And I even saw a few ladies like carrying, because I was back in the office, I saw a few ladies carrying their Chanel classic flat black caviar silver hardware. I saw a few of them, and I can't help myself. I'm like, nice bag. So yes, they are more common where I am, but I don't find them boring. I still am attracted to it.
Yeah, that would be my answer. I almost I don't, because how can the design become more boring? It's the same design. Maybe you're just bored of seeing so many of them. But why would that bother you if you love your piece? So as long as you, I feel like for me, speaking for myself, as long as I love my bag or my items, then I wouldn't care that it's so mainstream, honestly. Like every time I carry my trendy or my 19, or I'm trying to like think of all my bags. Like honestly, the 19 and the trendy, I've been wearing them more because I can stuff a little bit more inside, but it's still not overflown. I like the fact that there's space inside, so I've been able to put my sunglasses, my hand sanitizer, like a big bottle of hand sanitizer, my mask, all those things. Whereas I'm using less of my minis now just because I just want that extra space. And I've been bringing out snacks like ginger. I don't know why I get car sick now. I used to not get car sick, but maybe because I don't even go out. I'm not even used to getting in my car anymore. So I have to bring ginger. And all that stuff fits. And I just love it. And I feel like, yeah, everyone has a Chanel 19, but I still love mine when I wear it. I can't get enough of it. So yeah, I feel like the design has always been the same. Maybe you're bored that you're seeing it everywhere. Does that make sense?
And yeah, I was just thinking, where are you, Snowflake? And I knew it. You're in Singapore. Because Singapore is a totally different animal as a country.
Everyone is carrying a luxury item.
Yeah, there are a lot of luxury bags here.
Yeah.
And if you are also a city dweller, like you hanging around Orchard, you are in the heart of everything. There are a lot of bags. There are a lot of rich people here with bags. But it doesn't mean that it devalues it. It is still a luxury bag, because yeah, it's something special. It's just that so happen, the income ratio here is a little higher, that you see a lot of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel like it's boring, because it's not. It's really something special. Yeah.
It's such a classic, yeah.
Such a classic.
But I don't even own a classic flop. I still love it though. I still love it. It's just like I kind of get it, but at the same time, I think it's classic and it comes back every single season because it sells and people love it, and so they will keep doing it, and because it's such a classic. Yeah.
Agree. Okay, so we are at the 2-hour mark. I see, as we are talking, it just went over the 2-hour mark. So, wow. So thank you everybody for all the questions, and we really, really love the interaction. We love seeing everyone here again on our LUXEES. So make sure you subscribe both of our channels. Before you go, don't forget to like the video, and yeah, we will see you next week
on my channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, name is channel. Bye everybody.
Bye.